Like, at this point, it's politics and party tricks and casino cabinet and the Chris's. Okay, so we all know I've been researching games lately, but there's one other topic that really gets me going, and that is politics. So I'm a gamer, and all of my videos so far have been gaming. But they've also been political, spicy, just a little flavour, a little touch of it. I've been researching what New Zealand politicians are actually saying about gaming, and guess what? There's nothing. There's not a news article to be found or one to be read. Literally zero. Like, imagine ignoring an industry that is bigger than film and music combined in New Zealand right now. Like, what do consumers in New Zealand spend the most money on? What do they produce the most of? And it's games. Like, I saw ages ago that article of that girl, I think it was a girl, maybe like 12 or something. And she made a Roblox game and made a whole bunch of money off it. Like, we are creative little Kiwis. We know what we're up to. We're pretty tech savvy. Meanwhile, what are the politicians even buzzing about in the beehive? Does anybody have any clues? Oh, that's right. They want to legalize online casinos. Why? Why? Are the pokies not enough? Why do we need to gamble online now? I'll tell you why. It makes a lot of money. iGaming is what they're gonna call it. So that's fun. Let's be real. The slots, the pokies, the little spinny bright lights that dance in front of your eyes as you put the coins in like a car wash. It's a game. You're getting dopamine. You're getting adrenaline. You're getting the rush of winning that game. So why don't we invest some money in the actual real, tangible, safe, not harm-inducive products like video games, board games. Get back into our film, get back into our music, get back into our media, our arts. I just think we're going the wrong way. And when I say we're going the wrong way, I mean we shouldn't be following in America's footsteps, alright? 175 million to their 350 or so billion residents, which is crazy. They've got more people. They've got more land, they've got more labour, they've got more time, they've got more resources, they've got more space, they can print more money. If we do that, we're going to get into even more debt. Do you guys know how much debt New Zealand is in right now? Take a guess. Real quick. Take a guess. And this is since COVID. It's only gone up. $175.5 billion in debt to other countries like China for the vaccines. And I'm not blaming Auntie Cindy. I love Auntie Cindy. I thought she did the best in a bad situation. What I am complaining about is that we're choosing to stay poor. Making our own gambling addictions more prominent and more easier to access and control isn't going to minimize the harm that they do. It's going to make it worse. You know, because then someone like me who doesn't online gamble, I'll be like, oh shit, everyone's winning, maybe I should have a go. No, don't need to go there. It's not gonna win. In a casino, in Texas Hold'em poker, in that one, the house will always win. And the same is for most card-based games or any games you play at the casino, the house will always win. Why? Because the house has more money than you do. And they always will. And that's how they win. They keep money off other people and they take money off the ones who play with other people's anyways. So there really is no point in gambling unless you know how to win and when to fold. Gambler, gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, choose when to walk away and when to run. Something like that. You know? Because if you just keep bluffing and throwing in big blinds every single round, you're not gonna make it. I mean, I'll challenge any of you guys to a game of poker. I have bet Texas Hold'em poker, traditional Texas style, gone under the table, right at you, style poker. I've won every single game I've ever played, bar 2. I know when to hold them. But the main point is that a lot of people don't, especially going in there with all the drugs and alcohol in their system. It's a lot to have to intake while you're trying to win at a strategy-based game where there is no strategy. The strategy is to spend, and it's not a winning strategy. It's never going to be, but that's why they get you there. They know how to trap you. They know when. The waitresses will be lovely to you. They'll give you lots of drinks. They'll be your best friends for the whole night, so that way you keep giving them big old tips. And then what's going to happen? You're going to go home alone, go to sleep, wake up, look at your wallet and think, fuck, I don't even have enough for a pie. And that's just how it's always going to be. Unless you start changing it. And to change it, you've got to be more confident. One of the biggest things I don't see people do that they should be doing more of is when you're out clubbing, go up to people and talk to them. Like I do all the time, and it's how I've made some of my closest friends that way. Meeting them in a club or going out clubbing with them. Because clubbing's fine as long as you've got your buddies, buddy system. You feel safe with the people around you, you trust them. And they trust you, and you can look out for each other that way. But let's get back on topic and talk about the bigger picture here. So it's not fun survival mode for us anymore. I don't think survival mode was ever fun. I enjoy creative a lot more. But it's not. It's a substance abuse trap. I'm all for mental health, and that's what I advocate for. So seeing gambling getting more attention than gaming is absolutely wild. Why are we not teaching people ways to be safe around, you know, addictions? Why are we promoting the addictions instead? Why are we passing bills that legalize them in a further and criminal way? You know, why is that what's happening? That's not what I want to see for New Zealand. Nobody wants to see that for New Zealand. I don't think anybody ever would. It's just part of the regime. By them I mean National and Luxy. And don't get me wrong, I don't like that person. But I do support that party from time to time because some of the policies, just like ACT, just like Te Pāti Māori, just like Greens, some of the policies actually make sense and actually sound like a good idea for our country. Like the most recent one on tourism, where they're starting to charge overseas tourists a set fee to see 4 of New Zealand's national treasures. And I think that's great because the money that they make, they've said, is going straight back into the reserves of these places. So that's great. Conservation and consumption, all in one, making a bit of dosh back for the Kiwis. But what I don't like to see is Benjamin Doyle from Greens Party posting photos with his somewhat 3-year-old son with captions like Bible Belt Pussy and kissing him on the mouth. It's just not funny, and I'm really sad that Chloe Swarbrick, who I look up to, I like Chloe, and you guys will be like, oh, of course she likes Chloe. Of course I like Chloe. I'm really quite sad that Chloe didn't speak up about it. She spoke out about it, and she said in his defense that it was just a joke. It's a poor humor, Gen Z, millennial type of thing. I don't think I'd ever post that of my child. I don't think I'd ever post that caption. Because that caption, Bible Belt Pussy, is literally, well, I'm sure you guys know what it means, and if you don't, the Urban Dictionary is free. So it's disheartening to see that type of behaviour continue on in a government where I thought at the very least it wouldn't be allowed. But I mean, do you know that okay, I want to say who it is, but do you know that they have put in 2 bars in Parliament, and the second bar was built this year, and it cost an ungodly amount of money to put in. And I was thinking, if our politicians are only in Parliament for 90 days a year, 90 days a year, that's all that they're in Parliament for, why do we need a bar? How many weekends are there in 90 days? Shame on them if they're getting pissed every weekend in the friggin' beehive bar. Shame on them. That's not good. That's not leading by example. That's not leading our country. So always, this is the joke I've got written down. Politicians are always like, oh, the video games rot your brains. What do you think staring at a casino, at a pokie machine for 3 hours does to your brain? It's not teaching you that much hand-eye coordination or motor skill either. I sit there and just smack the buttons. So yeah, here, having a government-approved slot machine app instead. This is way more fun than Clash of Clans or Dragon Mania Legends. This is way more fun than Call of Duty Mobile. This is way more fun. You can spend your real money and get nothing in return. If you're gonna bet smart, bet safe, bet responsibly, bet on the horses, bet on the animals, bet on life, bet on the living things, bet on the humans, bet on the people that can win. Don't bet on the machines. So yeah, that's today's rant, but I need to get this off my chest. NZ Parliament, if you're watching, hit me up. Let's play some Minecraft. No, more like Chris Laxon. Like, this is a massive retrograde step backwards for New Zealand, and it sucks. It's terrible, but do better. What is bro doing in there? Like, at this point, it's politics and party tricks and casino cabinet and the Chris's.